Oh, guys. Hi, Debo. Yo, guys, I'm about to be hit by load shedding. Yo, like, I'm so bored. I'm about to be hit by load shedding like at 8 o'clock. Hopefully my Wi-Fi is not gonna give me a hard time. We will be able to peacefully hold the live Mdakabao because it is so important. Raikane, who's going to be joining me, is getting his electricity back at 8 o'clock while I lose mine. So I'm praying, guys. Nibiziwe mtase, nibiziwe molweni betina na molweni. Yo, guys, guys, no, like this whole electricity thing, yale country, high guli, yale country, no. Mama Huti Tepu, hey, so sorry that you're gonna experience load shedding. Hi, Sbongile, good evening, guys. I'm hoping that my Wi-Fi will hold me down, at least for the purpose of network. Even if you don't see my face is not important. What's important is what Raikane will be saying. Hi, Dineo. So we're going to wait a bit for him to come back. His electricity is coming back at 8. So he's going to join us just after. Hi, Pure. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, guys. I turned 32 and I'm dala. I turned 32 last week, Monday. I'm so nervous ngalendiyale load shedding, guys. I pray be networking and hlukumezi, please. Can we like the live so that people can know that we are here? I look forward to speaking to Raikane. If a network yam is giving me a hard time, I am going to keep quiet as long as you guys will be able to hear him, as long as you guys will be able to get his story. Guys, he started as a home-based carer. Now he is a PhD candidate, a public health PhD candidate. Yazin. Hello, hey, HIV clinician. Thank you so much for that. And thank you for joining. You did say on WhatsApp that you are coming to join me. He started as a carer, guys. I want to ask him how old is he, but I know that he is not 35 yet. He is currently a PhD. He's here. Let me send a request. I don't even want to waste time because I know electricity is gonna start acting up now. So I don't wanna waste any time. I've sent him a request already. I hope his electricity is back. Please like the live, guys, so that people can know that we live and come to listen to this gentleman. Like, what? I'm already blown away. My dear. Raikane, I sent you an invite. I don't know if you are able to see it on your side. I'm already blown away. How are you guys doing? Are you guys okay? How was your long weekend? Perfect Parties. Your name is, I know you just followed me on Instagram this week, and I think you're also on my Facebook. What's your name, Gonja? Is it Nkateko, or what's your name? Perfect Parties. But I think I know you from Instagram and from my Facebook. Hi, Karabo. Hi, Welelam, you are here. Kanye Sachauke, yes. See, I know you guys. I know my people. I don't know why can't Raikane join us. Let me send again. Hi, Dynamite. Let me send a request again. I don't know why is he not accepting on his side. Hi, Kongelani, always here, Sana. Always here. The people who are not working night shift in their Babona, they are always here. Hi user 35. Guys, I said we must not call ourselves users. Anyway, why am I being like that? Because it's not like I call myself with my real name as well. But ndiyentanda unibiza ngamagama man. Ndiyentanda unibiza ngamagama. Guys, why is Raikane not here? Ungase ngabamba lo mbane ungahambi. Like, I wish this electricity cannot go. Yo, I wish there was a way for me to make it not go away, honestly. But my brother told me at 8 p.m. umbane uzowamba. Let me send another request. Globoti. Raikane, please comment if you are struggling with something, my darling. Hi Lebu, hi Pilisiwe. So I want to be anxiety because of electricity, guys. Guys, do you also go through the same thing? Or maybe it's because I hate things that look like they are unplanned. And unfortunately, their lives are planned. It's just that, aha, there we go. I knew this would happen. I knew this would happen. This is what I don't like, honestly speaking. I really don't like this part where I have to host the live in the dark. But I think what's important is the message, right? You guys can hear me, ne? Network, I'm fine. I'm trying to switch on my laptop. Okay, guys, I'm going to pause this live. I'm not logging off. I'm pausing it, and then I'm quickly going on WhatsApp to check up on Raikane. Okay, I'm glad that's Yavana. Let me quickly go on WhatsApp and just check if he's okay on his side, because I saw him here, but when I send him requests, I got join. So mandimti WhatsApp chat. No, guys, you didn't miss Sia Speaks. Guys, ndilapha nguSiya Ngema. I'm here, nguSiya Ngema, guys. I'm here, nguSiya Ngema. You guys remember we're supposed to be with him. We're supposed to be with him and it's that other Sunday. I'll be joining. He's gonna be joining us now. Siya Ngema, we're supposed to be with him, right? And then he was like, "No, I'm on duty. Don't you like yo." And I'm saying this about him because he's a very close friend of mine. So he knows actually that he annoys me by canceling me and stuff like that. But you did not miss Siya Ngema. He's still going to come, guys. I'm not going to give up on him because honestly speaking, I feel like nephrology is one of the specialities that we don't talk about it quite a lot as nurses. What is the other one? It's ophthalmology, right? Is it ophthalmology? Is there a specialty that is called ophthalmology, guys? Like the eye specialty? Do we have something like that? So the reason I wanted Siya actually is because of the fact that these specialties are specialties that we don't talk about frequently, you know? And I think we need to speak about them so that everybody can know what's at their disposal. Yes, people are saying there is a specialty like that, ophthalmologist. But I feel like we need to speak about these departments as nurses so that like other people who are not interested in the things that we, like myself and Kate, we interested in HIV. There are people who are not interested in HIV, who are not interested. There are people who are not interested in theater, in midwifery. There are people who are not interested in the popular specialities, but they don't know about nephrology, they don't know about ophthalmology, they don't know about oncology, you know. So I want Siya to come and speak to us. And I'm looking at finding other nurses that can come and speak to us about other specialities. Keith, I want nurses who have specialized in those fields. I would love to interview nurses who have specialized in those fields. I have never seen ophthalmology nursing though in the South African universities. I've never seen. Do you know anyone that has specialized in ophthalmology? Raikane had electricity issues, guys, load shedding issues, so please forgive him for coming at us late. He's back. Let me send a request, an invite. Wow, I don't know that. Wow, I didn't know that there are specialties in nursing. You are not a nurse, ne? User 3578. We are specialists, my darling. We are experts as nurses. I know the community have made you guys think that we just go to school for 6 months and we come back. No, we are specialists, my darling. We are specialists of different fields, no khale. Stick around this live. In fact, user 3578, if you're not a nurse, stick around to this just to show you what nursing is all about, just to show you the vibe around nursing. I know someone that did ophthalmology. She practiced in PhD setting. Wow, Wiganyo, is it a nurse? Tobisa, you are an ophthalmology scrub nurse. Did you specialize, my darling? Hope I can find a way to specialize. It means you did not specialize in ophthalmology. Where is that person? Is it your friend? Can you get that person over here so that we can come and ask questions? There are few and work in hospitals that have eye clinics. Oh, okay. Ngazi, old nurses that have pure. Are these old nurses specialized? Raikane, let me send you another invite. So I'm sending you an invite. You should see a request on your side and you must accept it. I'm sending you one again. I've invited you. There should be something that shows on your side. Yeah, I'm so excited. Niandazi guys and send me. Hi Raikane.
Hi Z.
How are you?
I'm okay. How are you doing?
I'm excited. Can you tell?
I can see.
Let me tell you, I had, so after I discovered the load shedding schedule, right? I started having anxiety. Like, I think my anxiety gets triggered by little things. I started having anxiety, thinking, oh my goodness, what if we go live and then my network starts giving me problems? Like, because these lives, I save them on my YouTube channel as well, and then I direct people to them. So I'm thinking, oh my God, people are gonna miss out on such an important session.
No, mine came, I think, at 10 past. So yeah, I was still reconnecting from my phone
Yeah.
to the main Wi-Fi. Yeah, but
Are
I'm
you
here
good?
now. I'm awesome. Sorry, there was a call coming, I think.
Okay.
I had to tell my people not to call me.
Yeah.
Forgot.
People are already saying, someone says, you are their facilitator. You are well known. People are even calling you with your first name. Hey. Aibo.
Guys, don't use that name. And I know. Hello, hi.
So I'm going to give you time to introduce yourself to the other people who are here who don't know who you are.
Okay. Should I go?
Please go ahead.
Okay. Hi, everyone. I'm Raikane Seretlo. That's who I know myself. I don't know other names where people get them from, but I know myself as Raikane. Maybe because I rebranded. Yeah, I know myself as Raikane Seretlo. And I am based in Pretoria, born and bred in Limpopo, the Palale. Yeah, so but I call myself a Pretorian now. Like in Fana Pitori, if you love yeah.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
No one must be trying to go dig where you're coming from, what.
And
People must
bringing the
take what you are giving
traumas,
them.
bring the trauma names and all these things, please. Hi, hi.
Okay,
I'm
so
pleased to be here and thank you for inviting me, Z.
I think it's an honor to have you here. I think the first time I heard about you, it was through Sanele, right? Then I met you for the first time at the top 50. You are such a lovely person, but not only a lovely person, you are an inspiration. And I think the reason I wanted you to come and tell us your story, I don't know your story, right? Like I just know the summarized aspect of it. You've summarized it very briefly for me. But I think there is so much that is packed into your story that a lot of young nurses and people who wants to get into nursing would take from it in order for them to achieve their goals. Just the other day, you sent me a text when we were speaking about my masters, and you said, Zanele, don't give up. No matter what the outcomes, just make sure that you don't give up, because this is where I was at some point. So don't give up. And I think that's why I needed you to come and be in this platform. I'm going to take you a little bit back. I don't know if I'm taking you back to Limpopo or maybe here in Gauteng, but I want to know post-matric, right? Were your intentions to get into nursing school? If yes or if no, what transpired after matric?
Okay. Look, I was blessed to have my parents that planned my career when I was busy in grade 11. So we started talking about my career in grade 11, and then I had to choose between, they always said you have to have three options. So I remember very well my first option was traffic officer. Okay, and the second one was nursing.
Wow.
And the third one was a teacher. And the teacher was like, when I don't have space or I don't get space, I'll just go for teaching. Right. And then I completed my matric. So I have an Irish twin. So I couldn't go to university straight from high school to university because of, financial issues that my parents had to now take care of two of us. And now they advised me, no, you can actually try colleges. So trust me, I wanted to be a traffic officer. And I think in my mind, I wanted JoJo's and all those things. I want to get money, bro. And yeah, and we always plan our things and God decides. So when I applied, I realized that at the traffic office at that time in Limpopo, I think the college was in Venda. They wanted someone who was 22, and they must have a driver's license. I couldn't join then or go to that. Then the option that was left was nursing. And of course, growing up my sister was a nurse, and she used to give me money, like, and I thought nursing had a lot of money, right?
Yeah.
I don't know how was anything. Then I was like, for sure, I am going for nursing, huh? And then I had to go through the college. I started at then there were so many private colleges. So the college that I started in 2006 as a care worker. And during my time, yes, I'm not that old, but I'm old.
How old? How old?
They will calculate. Luckily, I didn't even count. I didn't tell the age I completed my matric because they were gonna calculate. However, I completed my matric record time. Like, I don't know record time for now, but then it was like you have to be the teenager. Yeah, I was that. That. So then I started, during my time, as I was saying, during my time, we had to wait for space in the private colleges. You would go and study, and then they say the space is full, So I was not fortunate in terms of going to university, but I started at a college and I started my course as a home-based care. Yeah, home-based
Let me
care.
ask, sorry to interrupt. During your times, where was the bursary? The department nursing bursary?
They were there, but information was not shared.
Okay.
It was not really, yeah. Because because I had to bounce back. Some of the colleagues that I see them here, they were my classmates, so they know, and some were even ahead me. I can see their names there. So I had to bounce back and go to via the college. But I started at the private college, which was called Health Nikon, known as Zambek. So I did my care worker there. I had to wait because I was an A student, of course. Po, 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 po. So I didn't wait longer than other friends that we studied together. So, but I waited for like 6 months for me to get into an auxiliary course. And then from auxiliary, you were given two options: whether you do auxiliary and you take a break, or you do auxiliary and staff nurse at the same time. So I did auxiliary and staff nurse at the same time. So which means I had a year for auxiliary. Immediately after, we waited for the results, and then I did enrolled nursing.
Okay.
Right. That was my first qualifications, and I think I was like 20 something. Or nine, yeah, somewhere there, 20, yeah. Yeah.
So
I don't know if you want me to.
No, I want to ask, then did you go and work or you still continued to study?
Life was very easy then, hey? Because the nursing skills were scarce.
Yeah.
As I was doing my staff nurse, I was working part-time.
Okay.
And I started paying my fees from there. I was working as an auxiliary at Montana Netcare in Pretoria North. And then I was just working part-time and studying at the same time. Immediately when I finished
I was going to ask you to say, initially you said your parents could, because you have an Irish twin, your parents could not take the two of you to school. So I was wondering, because private education is quite expensive. So I was wondering, like, how were you navigating that when you were studying? Now that you're saying you were working part-time and paying for your fees at the same time, then it makes sense.
No, Zanele. And I think that's one mistake that I'm not being political, okay? Please, you must call me to order when I become so political. You know what the government did about private schools? They made a mistake. Private schools were cheap. I was paying, they were expensive the amount, but the installment was made very cheap. I was paying 500 per month for my fees.
You lie.
Yes. I kid you not. So I was able to pay that 500. My mom, once they sent me money, I was like, I put it in my pocket, it's my money. But I was able to pay even ahead. But they made sure that they calculated. I kid you not. I see someone say, no ways. I was paying like 500 per month.
It's shocking because what you are telling us is very shocking. From then, like 2006 until now, I don't think it's too far-fetched, guys, because people are now paying like 60-something thousand rand that's
auxiliary was. I remember auxiliary was like 10 grand, 10,000, and staff nurse was like 15, if not 17. Yes, and then home-based care was like 6,000. I kid you not.
See, someone says you were so fortunate. We were paying 55,000.
What's that? That's a master's amount.
People are paying 65,000 rand. Your people are paying a lot of money. Okay, so you when you were doing your second year, which was the enrolled nursing qualification, you were working part-time and financing your studies.
And living my life.
One thing about
you know me.
And then
like balancing.
After you completed your enrolled nurse,
then guys, the struggle is real. Employment struggle of health nursing, it doesn't start now. I had to go back home now because I believe that I have to work in government. We have this mentality. I saw my parents working for government, and I was like, I want to be in government. I want medical aid. I want this and that. Then I went back home. I left the same job in Montana, or at Montana rather. I went back home. I started applying. I would post all the. When I started qualifying, I knew every year in April there are posts that come like out. So I don't know what's happening now, but yeah, that
For
was then. So I
government.
knew for government, and I would submit all of them, right? And then I remember I submitted. I always wanted to work in Denelton. That was always my dream. Why? Because I wanted to be closer to Gauteng. I just feel like I'm in Limpopo, but I must be closer to Gauteng. But I didn't get the job, so I stayed for like. I completed in June. I think our result came around September, and the first job I got, it was in Belfast in Life Tutuka. It was a mental institution, and then I was like, you know what? Let me go work, push some time, and I will do my bridging course
Yeah.
part time. Bridging, yeah, it was bridging course then. And then I went there and they paid me like 8,000, bro. I'm like, what? That's too little. I cannot. Because I wanted to drive a Beamer and I'm like, no, how am I going to get this? I tell you, I kid you not. I kid you not. I resigned, Mina. My parents were so mad at me, like, what? But again, because I didn't study mental health, then I had only enrolled nursing. Guys, enrolled nursing was just pharmacology. And now you are able to give medication. That was the difference between auxiliary and enrolled nursing. And you're only giving oral medication. So now the other day I was left alone in the institution and those people were going, you know how mental patients are. And I was like, I think I was 20 then.
Sure.
I was like traumatized and I'm like, I'm back. Going back to Gauteng. And I came back to Gauteng. I started working again in Montana. I remember it was late 2009, around November, because I only worked for October. Then November immediately, after I got getting paid and I went to Gauteng. And then I applied for bridging course for March intake. But during the course of the 2009, a cousin of mine, she was doing her first year in a campus called Sovenga. It's one of the Limpopo College of Nursing, but it's a Mankwe in Sovenga, Polokwane.
Okay.
So she gave me the forms. She said, no, Kazi, come. People are coming there. Even those who were nurses, I was like, you are lying. She was like, yes, Kazi. Then I applied. Then I forgot that I applied for that. And remember, I didn't do maths.
In high school.
Yeah, I changed my subject in matric. Because I knew I was not going to get bachelor. I was like, yeah, things are going down. I had to choose my struggle. Yeah, I was very calculative. So, but I was worried about...
I haven't hosted anyone who's as funny as you are, yes?
So then what happened was I didn't do maths, but I know I passed a bachelor. I have that confidence. And I know that my bachelor, my nursing enrolled, maybe they will speak volume for me. Because my cousin said, no, we studied with nurses. People who were nurses, they are even back. Then I forgot about the application near Bazari. I went to plan for my bridging. I always planned my career ahead.
Wow.
So then, bridging course, in my mind, even I got the acceptance. There was a pre-exam. I got accepted. Then I'm working in Montana, knowing very well that I'm going for bridging.
Yeah.
And that manager, I think she's still a manager in casualty. She was very supportive, wanting people to push their studies. And then now, in January, it was around January to going to Feb. I was coming from Montana over time. We used to call them Matogo.
Yeah.
Coming from Matogo and I'm sleeping, I'm tired. And then I woke up, I think around 12.
Yeah.
And I got a missed call from 015. The only thing that I thought, it was Limpopo College of Nursing. I don't know why. And then I did dial and then said, welcome to Limpopo. I hang up and I start jumping up and down. I don't know. I didn't receive anything. And I started calling my mom. I'm like, lady, look, I think I'm going to get good news. My mom was like, no, they called me. Oh, Mama, why didn't you tell me? She's like, do you want to resign and go back to school? I'm like, you know what? I hang up on my mom. Then I called Limpopo and I had to be on hold for 2 hours until I get those ladies. And they said, who are you? I told them I'm Raikane. I used to use my name James then. The brand was still James then. So I was like, I'm James, Seretlo. And then they said, oh, we've been looking for you. Are you able to go to Gianni on Monday? And I was like, Thursday or Friday. I'm like, what? But I didn't even think twice. I said, I am in.
Sure.
And then I started calling everyone. I'm excited. I'm like celebrating now throwing a party. I started to resign in Montana. At Montana, everything is going smooth. I'm living there. I'm a staff nurse going back to start a D4.
At first year?
At first year.
Wow.
And I'm living a city, a beautiful city, Pretoria.
You're living in Gauteng.
Like, dude, and I'm thinking of Guyana. I didn't know, I didn't know where I was going. And I don't know Xitsonga. That then I didn't even know how to articulate one word. And Tebaku Abshin.
Auskoti strong.
Right, like, but then I didn't know how to speak Tonga.
Sure.
Then I moved to Kiani. That was, it was in March, beginning of March. We are first year. Hey guys, also being a first year, you find those second years and third year, thinking they are, guys, nesting, ne? Anyway, it's not nesting. I think it's in tertiary. Let's put it that way. And yeah, it was beautiful. I got there. I was the most handsome guy, and that was the color block time. And I speak Setswana, and people are asking me, why are you speaking Setswana? And I'm like, but I'm from Gasileka, I'm from Lephalale. We speak Setswana. I was like, that guy. Cool. I had the best time of my life. To tell you the truth, I got distinctions from first year to fourth year.
Wow. Sure.
The only distinction that I didn't get that made me not to get maybe, I don't know, cum laude. But if we calculate them according to the university average, I have a cum laude.
Wow.
Because from first year I got all distinctions, second year distinction, third year distinction. The only distinction I didn't get was midwifery. I got 72 or 73 last year midwifery, but the rest I was like, po. I was the guy. I was the guy, like. So, but I had fun in Guyana. I met our Kensani, I met our Grace, I met so many people. I mean, Grace.
So
no,
you
Grace
know
was
these people who are on the comment section.
I know these people are saying my name. I'm like, hey, I scope. Somewhere they scope ladies. Campus is inter-campus. They say, give me scope. Or where did you get the scope? The exam is coming from this campus. It was beautiful. And there was stipend. It was beautiful. That's where I think that's where I realized that, I belong here.
Yeah.
But my love was mostly on teaching other colleagues. Like I would explain BNS, biology. I'm like, no, you need to think like this. Think like a teacher. Like I was
Really? You did?
Yes.
So you used to help other students understand modules better?
Yes. And I was like, guys, that's why they won't forget me. Hello, baby. But yeah, it was most in my class. Some we didn't have that relationship, but others, yeah, we did have. Sometimes exams will leak because of some of the ladies who are here, because they will tell us that memory. Our lecturer said this is. It was beautiful. Guyana Nursing College was the most beautiful experience, and I thought. Remember, I said to you, I thought Guyana was the Amaplaseni and everything. Yo, it's like a town, Baba.
Really?
It's like we were in Ben's store, like in town. We would just walk to ShopRite, Pick n Pay, all the shops that can think of, to the mall where they eat boys and they eat girls, where they eat girls of Kiani. So that nursing was beautiful there, and we were so spoiled. So, but the beautiful thing that I've learned from the different, and that's why what makes me different from all the people that I studied with today, even in Guyana, is because government colleges, in terms of ethics, I have a feeling we still have to have a long way. So in private sector, when we were taught about ethics, how a nurse should behave, how a nurse should speak. Now you can go to Facebook and you see someone who says a nurse and she's making fun of someone who's HIV positive or making a joke about HIV. And I'm like, but
We
you're
make
supposed
jokes about mental health. We make jokes. We, as
about
nurses, we make jokes about our own career.
people are smoking. Now, you know, in private, they told us nurse doesn't smoke in uniform. You know, in nursing, in my private sector, when they were teaching us, they said how to put your shoulders up, how to walk in the street. I would walk a uniform in the street of Pretoria, being proud of being a nurse. But these days, people they don't know. Like, and I think because of the stipend thing, or because of, I don't know. Honestly, I don't, but I was traumatized, Mina. Ethics, when I was doing ethics, I was like, what is this? Is this ethics? And yeah, I think that's why it was easy for me to scoop all those distinctions.
So what are you saying? The quality of education in private is better than that of government?
Look, government made a mistake by sorting. I don't know what they did, but if it was intentional for them to cut off these private institutions, they made a huge mistake.
Sure.
Look, we've got bars. I've got oh, you will see when I talk about my journey into when I started my BK. I've got bars, like the bars, but how I behaved, or how a person would behave as a nurse. It's not how the community complains about us being nurses, but it's about how we treat ourselves, or how you handle yourself, or you carry yourself as a human being, and knowing that we are from a noble. I always say I'm from a noble profession. My profession, and remember, in ethics they will teach you not every qualification or career is a profession, because there are characteristics of a profession. So therefore, I think, yeah. Anyway, I'm not there to politics. And
no, you are not. In actual fact, this is what you are raising. It's a very important topic, because honestly speaking, I don't know who was I saying this to, but I was saying that the society says a lot about us, but even us, we are saying a lot about our own profession. And instead of trying to paint our profession different from what the society says it is, it's like we are singing the same tune as the society, that nurses are this, nurses are that, nurses are not kind, they are not good, this is how they behave. The topic that you are bringing up of ethics, it is actually very, very important, and they are literally dissolving and getting lost. I don't know where exactly are they getting lost, but as the years are progressing, our ethics as nurses, they are also getting lost along the way. It is really alarming in actual fact. Oh, by the way, I'm so glad that you switched on your camera, because
people
need to see how handsome you are. Thank you. You can continue.
I told you that I've never went live on any social media. I know I'm more digital, but I was like, I have like zero nyana, but you're not there. Anyway, I see collab. So then I moved. Then I started, my ComServe was in Philadelphia. We had to choose. Man, we had luxury. People who are studying at colleges have luxury lives. They don't have problems, man. I didn't know how beautiful life can be. Hey, we selected hospitals, we got chosen. I'm motivated for Philadelphia. Remember I said to you I always wanted to work there? And I'm motivated for it. And we were picked up with our fridges and everything. It was a beautiful thing. We get there, life is like this. I'm like, my fate too. Yeah, I'm not going anywhere. Little did I know. But when I started my community service, because I love education, I'm one person that believes that education changes our lives, and it can change your notch, it can change your lifestyle, it can change a lot of things, like just a lot of things about education. The problem is, what do you start? But we'll get there when I finish. So then I did my community service. In my community service, Mina, out of the 12 people that were there, I was already applying for BK, because there was a trend. There was a trend when I was studying, when I was doing that, there was a trend saying, how do you, ulala kanjani? You don't have degree. Yes, sis.
I remember there was that trend.
The meme thing, I was thinking I have a diploma. For 4 years, I went mad. The whole 4 years I was doing diploma, really. But I was grateful. I was grateful because when I was the staff nurse, I envied I'm a bus, being having bars. Now I got 3 bars. Oh, by the way, I was with some of them here that I see they're commenting here. I was the best student in community nursing theory for 3 campuses. Remember, we compete. We don't play games in Limpopo. I don't know others. So I was the best student in community, and then I was the best student in psychiatry. And remember, these 2 things I didn't study them in my
private.
enrolled nursing. Yeah. Then there was someone who beat me with general nursing, but I feel like she beat me with 1% wherever she was. But anyway, we're buddies. We're buddies. And I was selected to go for Pillow Pepper. You know, in Bobo Pillow Pepper, you don't just go. Oh, yeah, the best students at the campus. So I was one of the guys that went to Pillow Peppers. And yeah, those were the highlights of my Limpopo College of Nursing.
Wow.
Then I moved to ComServe, my community service. So we were when we started community service, they said, you need to complete 6 months in maternity. Oh, remember I'm having anger. Yeah. Hey, you guys are having nice lifetime now. 6 months. 6
Was it
months, then from
necessary?
then other what you only you do 1 month. So which means whether I'm a male or not, whether I like maternity or not, 6 months in maternity.
Sure,
And
guys.
I have anger that my lecturers couldn't give me 3 marks to get my whole cum laude marks. Like, you know, when you get distinction from first year, second year, third year, all subjects. And remember, I'm not talking about subject. Gracie and other people will tell you, look, nursing in college is hectic. It's not something, as much as they have lifestyle, nice, but it's so hectic. Like, you study books. I taught students at UP. Those ones are playing.
I wanted to ask you to say, because you're a lecturer and you taught it at UP, because I didn't know that you did D4, okay? I thought you did BK. Like, I thought you went at university. Guys, nursing at the colleges is difficult. And I wanted to ask you to say, when you look at nursing at universities and comparing it, like D4 and the degree, like, which one do you think is really, like, intense? Even how the course itself, it's rolled out. Like, you guys know, like, it's depressive.
We felt that those 6,000 that we were getting as students, we felt them. But yeah, what I would say, it's different. At universities, it's their content is very little, and it's not that massive like at colleges. Colleges, hey, yeah. So yeah, then fast forward to my community service. Then I started when I applied at UP. Then I went to UP and I found the people that were reading their books, Prof. Peo and others, you know. Then when I get there, they're like, "No, you are young. You have not even completed your community service, but you want to do a BK. No, okay, let's give him community." They didn't know that I even love community. They said, "You are not getting management, GNS. You're not getting management." I'm like, okay, cool. As long as I can start studying, I really want my degree.
So
they delayed.
The degree, was it part-time?
Part-time, yes.
Okay.
So instead of me, it was BK at I at R. It's I at R, something like that. It's the one that's phased out. There's some that are phasing out now.
Yeah.
So I was doing management and education.
Okay.
Yeah, I scooped the distinctions, foot. Yeah, I don't play. I just scoop them, whoop. But now with the difference because it was 3 years.
Okay.
It took me 4 years because remember they didn't give me nursing dynamics first year. So it delayed. I had to do my BK of 3 years in 4 years.
Sure.
And they realized later they were because they started to see, hey, there's a bomb. So then I completed with cum laude because university standards, the average of each year at the end, it gives you cum laude or normal 50, 60. So at colleges, Limpopo, specifically Limpopo College of Nursing, we didn't have averages. Like I said to you, I think I was going to have an amazing cum laude at college. Yeah, because I got distinction in all the subjects except midwifery in 4th year.
Sure.
Yeah. So, however, I enjoyed also at UP. They saw potential. Immediately, they hired me as a clinical facilitator while I was still my community service thing. Then I became a community facilitator.
So you started the degree at UP when you were doing ComServe, right? So now, when did they decide to hire you as a clinical facilitator at UP?
My second year. Second year. Because they saw distinctions in my first year. Like, this guy is powerful. And they did. Remember, there's lecturers, nursing lecturers, and actually lecturers in general, they are scarce skills.
Yeah.
So they didn't know anyone, they didn't have people, and people don't like working for 2 bob. So me now, I'm one person. As much as I love money, guys, I love money so bad. However, it doesn't come first.
True.
I always think of the importance of knowledge. For me, it's more of relationships, number one. Knowledge that comes with relationships, and also money. That money, it's like it can be 1.5, but it's gonna it goes a long way. Yeah. So people don't like, most of nurses don't like working for such money.
Yeah, true. So now, were you part-timing as a clinical facilitator? Was it a part-time job?
Yes, because I would work for 7 days in, 7 days out. So I would speak to the coordinator to say, on my 7 days off, remember on my 7 days off, I would go to Montana. I wanted BMW, Joe. Because they were giving us, remember now when I was working, Grace will tell you, we're getting like 12,000 take home.
I remember.
What's going to do? And I thought, I left 8,000 thinking I'm going to get 20 at least. Then I get 13,000. I'm like thinking, guys, what, really? Ramaphosa? What's happening here? Like, it was that. Really? Is either you?
Yeah.
It was that type of vibe. So, but the 13,000 survived. I survived. I was able to maintain my lifestyle. I was the first guy and nurse in Philadelphia to buy a BMW 1 Series.
So you got a BMW?
But when then now I'm driving a Polo. I'm fine. But then it was beautiful. Look, what I'm saying to you is the beautiful thing is you don't just say, I want to work for money, but you always align your goals, your career. You must know what you're doing. Like, guys, we can't be working. You can't be studying. Like, I see people studying, bars falling like this, and they're still, they don't even have focus. I'm like, but what are you doing? Like, why? Why are you doing? And they hit ceiling at government, and there's so many opportunities out there. I mean, one thing that I love and respect, the career of nursing can go into every department.
True.
APSA, career of nursing can get in APSA. Wherever you can think of, the problem is, how do we get the information? How do we even knock the doors that we know? Guys, people are happy for BMW. I was the first one, Joe. Kalemela lenyatso. I was very... But then, guys, let's leave the Beamer. I can see people are commenting about the Beamer. Let's forget about the Beamer. I was just saying. There's no like us in here. You must wake up and plan your goals. Anyway, we'll talk when I close.
True. Sure.
So then I completed my degree, and then immediately I applied for my master's. Okay. So now I was in between. I always look. I think during my degree, when I did my BK, my plan was to go for medicine because they said, because you don't have maths, you have to have degree. And we see, many universities will respond. We see your academic record is very excellent. Like, who are you? But finish your degree. I thought, after degree, I'm going for medicine. Life, BM, Ering, Skoloto. You're not going to leave your lifestyle. Lifestyle for the lifestyle. And you want to go back to school. And I think then in terms of career, I was maturing. I'll see how I behave now. Yeah, go take a job.
Like I have never hosted anyone who's as funny as you are. My stomach is even painful.
Hi, Kazi. Hi, Kinsey. So, look, I'm telling my story, and if I don't tell my story, someone will lie about me. And
True.
people always lie about us. So now I'm sharing my story. Fine, good. And then where was I? You see what you told me?
You
Oh, I
were
wanted
saying
to
that
study
you were
medicine.
planning to go into medicine, but then lifestyle like hi it's wrong.
Yari, ukwa, too high. You can't go down. You cannot drop. And I thought, why? I thought because already when I was studying, I was 22, I think, at Limpopo. I finished at 26 years old. And I was studying Lebahan. Abu Gracie at a very young. They were young, 18 from high school, and they were telela, when you are old, they're like this old one. So, but because I knew what I wanted, I didn't care about number 92. Yeah, I started with most of them were in 1992, 1993. I'm like, oh, go see. So, what's up with that? So now I'm at the point whereby I can't drop again. And I had to sit down to say, so when always you would want to go back to school, why can't you expand your horizon within what you have? God has blessed you with a beautiful career. So, okay, there's this lady who was a principal at the Satellite College in Philadelphia,
Okay.
Dr. Langa. She's now at SANC. Dr. Langa identified me. When I was doing my ComServe, she said, I want you to come and lecture. ComServe, mind you, I don't even have nursing teaching. What? Hey, the CEO was like, never. Ngeke. This one is not going anywhere. He must complete this. But that lady, even today, she's my mentor.
Sure.
She has been my mentor because she's so potential. One thing that I love about my life, there were people that were able to adopt me throughout my career journey.
Because they were
making
seeing you, right? Like, Raikane, that is so important. And I think it's something that I'm trying to be deliberate about when it comes to the younger generation of nurses. I become deliberate about saying to them, I see you, you are doing well. Because in my career, I'm also realizing there were people who looked at me and said, we see you. And by people saying we see you, it sort of gives you a motivation to actually push and become, and it makes you believe that indeed your dreams are attainable.
So yeah. Are you still there?
We
Can
are
you hear
here.
me? Zin?
We can hear you.
Okay. I know you are load shedding, so you're having issues there. But anyway, I can hear you. But why are you so late when I nurse? Anyway, I see collab. You are late.
She will catch up on YouTube. She will catch up on YouTube.
So then I completed my degree BK with cum laude. Of course, it was a beautiful moment because Limpopo College of Nursing didn't give me a cum laude. So it was nice to walk on that stage and say, bo, 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 bo. That I was like, yes, got my cum laude. And then from then, I had to now to sit down and now analyze my career.
Yeah.
And say, do I still want to go for medicine? And the answer was no.
Sure.
Yeah. And the reason why is because I was like, I am no longer waking like this. Look, it's beautiful in the hospitals,
Yeah.
but the things, because there were no equipment,
Yeah.
nothing. Literally, there's nothing. Oh, between my degree, my honors, whatever degree,
Yeah.
I then got a job. I left, guys. Sorry to say this, but yeah, I got a job. Incorporated setup.
Wow.
So they were looking for a midwife. What I'm saying this, why I'm emphasizing this, because a nurse can enter in every company.
True.
A nurse can work in literally every job for nurses by heads. So I worked for Philips Yamichini, I did devices. So I was a consultant, I was a clinical application specialist. I was dealing with training of doctors, nurses between private and government hospitals. That's when I started to see my colleagues back at college. I'm like, hey, what are you doing here? Why do you? And I'm like, oh, are you still any staff nurse? I'm like, Batung, guys, really? Ramaphosa? So I was like, really now, guys, really? But it was a beautiful journey for me to see myself moving from Spetlele, now coming into a corporate. Look, it's beautiful, guys. If you have a chance, go to corporate. I'm gonna say this now. I'm gonna say this now because I'm no longer enjoying the benefit. But look, and I'm gonna say this to motivate someone who's sitting out there, always scared to leave that ward, and they know they've got potential. Look, now when I joined that company, I didn't pay medical aid. It was 100%. Then I'm talking about the new gas, solar as gun. But anyways, I didn't pay medical aid. I didn't pay car. I had a car allowance. I had a petrol card.
And
I had all those.
when it comes to cars, they pay.
You know, corporate don't play. And I was a nurse. Guys. I was coming from a hospital. I was coming from the same class with some of the colleagues that are here. You know, and one would ask themselves, what was my experience? Me now, after being angry at midwifery not getting a distinction, my experience was in maternity. I got stuck in maternity, by the way.
Sure.
I delivered so many babies. And so many, I left so many names called James there. I kid you not, I would meet so many women saying, yo, here's your baby. His name is James. I'm like, huh? James, eh? That's why I don't use James, eh? People are just taking my name and say James. Anyway, I see collab. We move. But one thing that I loved about Philips, it taught me how to be, like from a private college to a government and to a government hospital, I was shaken. My values were shaken because the government, as much as we're not going to be honest about nurses in the government, and it's because of the managerial system that's there. They are so demotivated.
Yeah.
People are not doing what's supposed to be done simply because now when I left, there were not gloves and I was working maternity. I was like, hey, how do we do it? Delivery. Lignocaine. I remember there was something called lignocaine. There's something called lignocaine.
Yeah.
What those things were not there. We'd had to borrow it from Kwabesdal because they don't deliver. Here we have deliveries. You know, those things, they frustrated me. Then I came to Philips, and Philips, I had to work from home. I had to do remote working, side work. Hello, hi, Raikane. Hey, oh, you did this. Oh, I'm coming. Limpopo, boop. You know, it was a beautiful journey of my life. But it taught me integrity. One thing that you would never, and so many people would wonder why I'm not behaving like any other of you who are behaving. And if you are behaving like this after this life, you must change your life. You are a nurse, you are a dignified person. When people see you, they see a lifesaver. Now you would never me see engaging into funny things.
Yeah.
Funny conversations. I am a brand. I have built myself by the grace of the Lord, by the people that have been there. Therefore, it's very important that you know who you are. Very important that you watch your social media. These days, HRs are looking at your social media. You think Z will suffer from getting a job? No, because she's influencing so many people, giving so many people hope. So that's who you are, and that's how you should be. So I am one person that when they checked, I remember they checked my social media, they said, but you're not involved in this. I'm like, why? Then I got to Philips, they taught us how to behave with integrity. You are not Z, we're not alone. You are Zanele, Nes Z, one Nese, also a guy. There's so many linking of your life. So I knew that whenever anything that I do, my parents, my family, myself, my career, nursing council, did I want to lose that? No, I didn't want to find myself into a situation that's going to compromise the brand from care worker, from a whole home-based, and then now I want to just break the whole beautiful thing. No, No, I couldn't. So I think that's the most important thing that I'm leaving to people. That one thing that I love about Phillips, he taught me how to behave in integrity. You are not obliged to comment in any social media comment. People are hating other people mentally simply because, but it's a scampe. I don't know, you know what scampe is?
True.
People are doing scampe and you are joining as a nurse who's supposed to be saying, but guys, no.
That one, it gets to me. It truly gets to me. And as nurses, we jump in and we laugh.
And I think some of my colleagues here, former colleagues or classmates, they probably don't know why they don't have me on my Facebook, because my Facebook is the most cleanest page. Why is it clean? Because I will remove you. I will not associate myself with energy with nobody.
Yeah.
Anyone can put energy that's very negative, not with me. And that's why people will say, but you, but help, what's Kempe in Zulu?
It's like saying something but not saying it directly, like saying something indirectly.
Oh, sorry, Grace, I didn't mean to remove you, but I know why I removed you, Grace. You were part of the groups of people that are aware. Anyway, I'm kidding,
Too much
Grace.
information.
No, Grace is my friend. I met her last month. Was it last month?
I saw you guys were at a wedding together.
Yeah, no, I'm just teasing her.
Throwing shade, yes, that's a scam.
Yeah, throwing shade. You know what people do? And nurses, healthcare workers, let's not even say nurses alone. Healthcare workers would speak bad about patients or about scamper is throwing shade corner. Throwing shade. Yeah. So they will even go and comment and say, yeah, we know. Sarcasm, yes, I like how people bring those words. Because me now I'm too academic, I don't know those things. You know, that's why I don't even entertain them. But anyway, thank you, Asikolab. So I moved. Fast forward, then during my concept, there was a friend of mine called Matlatsi. Matlatsi always spoke about public health. She said, I want to do public health. My friend, public health will expand your horizon.
In your concept, yeah.
Yeah, when Tina, we were on the lane, but we knew what we wanted. Like we knew we had diaries that we plan our careers in the next 4 years. And that's how a person should be. What's your goal? You can't be sitting and say, Z, you are doing great, but what's happening? What are you going to do with now yourself? You know? So my friend, she was no longer working with me. And I met Phillips. She's somewhere in Polokwane. Then I said, no, let me expand public health. And I want to see the horizon that they're talking about. The people and lovely people here. I joined Sefako Makato Health Sciences University. I joined in 2020 when I was before COVID. We attended before it became fully hybrid. So we attended the first 2 weeks. It has summer and winter. So we attended first 2 weeks of summer, and then we went back home to start working. It was challenging. Every week you have to submit your lessons, but beautiful lessons. And it challenges your mind. Public health is someone would ask to say, I'm a public health nurse. You need to be very careful when you say that, because we're going to ask you a few questions. It's okay, yes. But the difference between clinical and public health are two things. Clinical, it's more of patient care.
Yeah.
Public health is more of, it's not clinical. It's not clinical related, but it's influenced by
Clinical. True.
Yes. So we are more of a research. We do have epidemiologists. We do have biostatisticians. We do have, different. That's how public health differs.
Okay,
and if you look at what
people wants to know, when you joined UP for public health, what were you studying? I mean, at SMU.
Oh, UP.
SMU.
No, because they mentioned, I'll come to the SMU, because they mentioned the UP thing. During my, there's a very important thing is you must know when your time is up. with a company.
Yes, please say that out loud.
You must know your
For the
alarm.
people
Your
at the
body
back.
alarm must tell. Guys, you know when you start to be that rudeness, once you start not to cut episode to me well, I will talk about maternity because I'm more of maternity experience. Once you shout at that woman who comes to deliver, once you shout at that teenager who you don't know who, if she was raped by the uncle or she was forced by the boyfriend to have a baby. Once you start to call that young girl with names without sitting down to say what's wrong, why are you here? You must know it's your time. It's time for you to leave.
True.
The setup. It's the same when I was at Philips, I knew it was time for me to leave. Then I said, the only place I know and where to go is that career option number 3, teaching. And I'm not going back for teaching undergrad. I'm going to expand my horizon. I'm going to be a lecturer. Then I became a part-time lecturer where I was teaching community nursing students. 14 of my students graduated this year that I started with. So I was teaching nursing community at UP. Part-time, mind you.
Wow.
Making more money. And all these things, they align somewhere in your life if you work very hard. Making more money, very relaxed, having the beautiful lifestyle, and the lifestyle, and the lifestyle. You know, balancing your life. Treating myself as a whole. Treating myself as a whole. I can't be teaching patient that you need to have social life, or I can't be teaching patient that they need to take off their physical, whereas I couldn't pay or do my physical well-being, or have friends, go on social life, you know. I treating myself as a whole. And that mania you wherever they I'm saying bo 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 bo. But it also gave me skills to understand the difference between previous advantaged universities and previous disadvantaged universities.
Yeah.
Anyway, the question was, what was the question about SMU?
So you had said you
Sorry.
went and you joined SMU. So they wanted to know what were you studying when you joined SMU in public health?
No, I was doing masters in public health. There was no way that they wouldn't take me. My academic record from college is screaming, who's this person?
Yeah.
We wanna know this person. And that's why it's very important, guys, when you work on your studies, always distinguish yourself from your peers. Always work hard. I'm telling you, these things when we do selections now, we look at those type of things. Everywhere. I was doing selections at UP. When we know that there are 4 people who want to do midwifery and we only want 2, and then we look at, now we go through then they all pass their interviews. Now we look at who's having the highest average. We start with the 2. So those things, they work loud. They open ways for
Doors for you.
Grace, grace, but you must work hard. So now I completed I was one of the 3. We were 50 in class in my SMU, Masters Public Health. We're 50.
Wait. When you are doing Masters in Public Health, you are still working at UP?
At UP and at Philips.
Okay. Oh, wow. 2 jobs.
Yes.
Sure.
Highway, no can think impilole, this repo rate, repo rate, the 0.50. It's going like this. So it needs you. But again, the beautiful thing about it, you find that you are a demand. You are a scarce skill. So you are able to negotiate how you want your life. But on Vuyo, is it Vuyo?
It's you. You are killing my baby. The way Molayanga thing. I'm sure her belly is also painful.
This guy. And I'm a very shy person. Anyway, you saw me. Very, anyway, I see collab. So, look, what I was saying, you must always make sure that you are different from your peers, your classmates, your employees, or your colleagues. There must always be grace of so and so. There must always be Nezi. I knew you before I met you. My little sister will talk about you and say, do you know Nezi? I'm like, who's that Nezi? Until Sanele mentioned you. You know, I'm shy when feminine. Anyway, then I completed my master's in public health, and as I was saying, we're 50 in class, but I was one of the 3 who completed on record time.
Sure.
We do not play in this life. One day we are going to be ghosts. I don't want to be a sad ghost, Mina. Mina want to be like, I have lived where God was sent me to live.
Yeah.
And like I'm saying to you, it's always important to who are you? What's your brand? Who's Z? Look, and people always ask me, are you dating? For sure, one of them is asking themselves, or are you having social life? You can follow me on Instagram. You will be surprised how I get all these things sorted
My
out.
darling, I don't know anyone who lives a bougie life like you do. You know, I view your stories and be like, Saba well. Saba well.
The secret again is knowing what you are called for. Always, I always advise when I advise younger people, and like my boy here, I would tell him, I would say, ask God to show you your passion, your purpose in this world. As Ellie, I was blessed to find my purpose before I was 40. I'm not even yet there. But I was blessed. Most people, they get their purpose when they are 40. And that age, they are more miserable. They are more confused. They don't know if they can go back to school and what. So always, whatever you are doing, my secret is I pray and I ask God, you know, you're going to direct me. And if you are the person who do paper and everything, I'm very open-minded now, very lenient. If you are doing badimu, wapatla, wetsang, whatever you believe, moyone, whatever you believe on or to, let it work for you. Ask God or ask Abapanzi. And then this is Abazali, you know, Zulu Sam. Anyway, we'll talk about this Zulu. Abapanzi, ask.
Stay away from Zulu.
Oh, you know me and we spoke about this. Don't forget. Z, please. Anyway, what I'm saying is there's a secret behind who we are.
Yeah.
We are not born by mistake. Why are we here on earth? So always, if you can ask God to give you, understand God, why am I here? And cry to God and say, or cry to Abapanzi, go say, purpose. What's my purpose on this world? You will see, Mina, I was born for education, nothing else.
Sure.
And being a teacher, it was something I was born to be. And it's unfortunate I ran away from being a teacher. It caught me, now I'm a lecturer.
Sure.
And I love it. See, now during load shedding, I was working on a manuscript. During load shedding, and I'm just enjoying. So it's who you are. Ask God to help you. And now I am currently a PhD candidate. Do not call me a student. Do not insult me and call me a PhD student. I beg you. I beg you.
You can never look candidate.
Student ends from masters. Masters, we can confuse between students. Even they want to be candidates. We're like, nah. You are still students. Students. Hello, student.
You're annoying.
But the thing is, I want to motivate people. Look, I was a nurse. I always tell them, today I was talking to my friend. We were on a weekend. This long weekend, guys, I was not around. We're somewhere busy with life. But I was telling my friend to say, always when you feel demotivated, look at me and say, this guy was a nurse. This guy was working 7 in, 7 out.
Sure.
This guy, his nursing career, he made sure that he used his nursing career, and he is who he is today. I said to him, look at me now. I'm a hybrid lecturer. I work everywhere. I produce work that's supposed to be done. And I'm a very diligent and hardworking lecturer. I'm a bomb. When I open my mouth, now I can teach you now within 5 minutes about the research methodology, and you have to write it. Simply because, and people ask themselves, why? And I also say to them, there's a wisdom that God will give us that it's not for everyone.
True.
But I have said, the secret is ask God. We'll see, Nkosi, Nkulunkulu, right? Nkulunkulu. Yeah. That
In
I got.
I love how you are bringing the spiritual aspect of our becoming as people. I think there is nothing that is as beautiful as stepping into your purpose and allowing yourself to become. I think that's exactly what you did. You stepped into your purpose and you've allowed yourself to become. And you are just exceptional.
And
Sure.
there is no other Raikane you will find. My story is unique, see. Look, you know what happened? People take their like 2 years, 3 years to complete their proposals. I took only 2 months to do my proposal of PhD. As we speak, it's about to go to ethics. It's not even a year yet. What I'm trying to show is when you do something that you love, it's not a struggle. And do not be stuck because you're waiting. You know, futhi nina manese futhi ngithi ngitsheleni bacolleague wami ngihlale kahle. Futhi nantanda ama pension nina as a government. Guys, you can be whoever and whatever you want to be. You can look, and there's no plug-in here. There's no plug-in. You just have to sit down. Utla safara wena, tla lokela, tla reminder. We'll always remind you how we made you. So what? Look, you can be a medical lawyer coming from nursing and bring your clinic. One thing that made me stood up at Philips, let me tell you something that you don't know. People at corporate, they're sitting there, they're talking about things that you are sitting in the ward, you need to speak on behalf. What I mean is, at Philips is a kettle, iron, all this. But when they speak about health and well-being, it's like they know what they're talking about.
Sure.
Until we step in, Tina, as nurses, and show them. You know, they will always contact to say, okay, here's a proposal. What is the clinical value in this? Imagine, how beautiful was that?
Yeah.
When I left the company, I was but that's how your life should be, impactful. Your life should not be, when sifunda obituary Tina Sporege. And we're getting bored of your obituary, baby. No ways. We don't do that. I don't associate with nobody. But the beautiful thing is, yes, we have to drag. And I think, look, we are dragging you. Wenanes. The beautiful thing is, I'm dragging you because I know I see some of my colleagues that had potential. I don't want to mention. I see someone just laughed. Potential. But the problem is, what made them not focus is they think they need to change careers and become doctors. Guys.
Yay! I cringe every time. Mamela, I saw this other girl. She wants to change the profession, like she wants to change the career because the profession is not working for her. I literally went to Kagiso Tukisi and said, this girl does not know how much of a diamond a nursing undergrad is. Guys, our qualification, our profession, by virtue of being a nurse, you literally enter anywhere and everywhere. I said to Kagiso, I think I'm one of the people that wanted to be a medical doctor in high school. And I said to Kagiso, I strongly believe that had I became a medical doctor, I wouldn't be who I am today. I wouldn't be where I am today. I would be somewhere in a theater, miserable and depressed.
Let me tell you where you're going to be. You're going to be on call now. Sinasla. Lel. Guys, you need to understand, guys. Guys, it's not as fancy as it looks. People who are here and not nurses or healthcare workers, guys, it's not as fancy as it looks out there. Therefore, it needs people who are going to work very hard. We need young nurse managers who are going to change the status quo.
True.
But Nina and Kulumi in the meetings, yo, Zimina.
Benzani. Abakhulumi in the meeting.
Doesn't mean I get traumatized when I see sister. Like, guys, now I think, look, I love nursing and I still have my epaulets. I actually going to like if you see the frame behind me, I'm going to do the frame from the enrolled. I want that. I want my journey in my study, simply because I know I'm not this person without nursing, and I'm not ashamed. Look, there were people that looked down on me and say, "Are you a nurse?" There are people that called me with names that I didn't know they exist. Today, I'm Nurse Hero, Melon Guardian, what do you call that thing? Yeah, my university, Golden Key Holder.
Bring it
And
on.
those things, they are happening simply because I had not to listen to the noise.
True.
I had not to even listen to managers. They said, no, hey, hey, guys, you anyway, Asiko Lapa. So I am a candidate, a PhD candidate. Soon I'll be a doctor. Get yourself ready. Uzombiza udokotela. And there's something I'm doing on site that I can't talk about it now. I think we'll talk about it when everything is finished. I'll come back and say ngizoxoxa futhi ngizoxoxa gown yami. Yeah. But the black gown is hot. It's for winter. That's the thing that we need to know. But also, I'm not breaking. And if people that knows me,
Someone is asking, Feminine Funk is asking you to...
Wait, Z, I think now I'm done. Let me close. And then we answer the question. No, we're closing. Why? There are so many questions and it's not nice. These people are asking so many questions. Because me now is cool, my cool. I want to things. So let me wrap up and say my last word and we start attending to the questions and concerns.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. Look, the last word that I would say to someone who wants to change their life, treat yourself as a whole.
Sure.
You know when your sphere is affected, one sphere is affected. Mjolo, go down. We must not forget. Spiritual, you go down. Guys, don't send me WhatsApp messages. They are bullying me now.
They are sending you WhatsApp messages.
They're like, wabora manaka. Financially, it goes down. So always treat yourself as a whole. And then always remember you are a brand that you can build. And you can be whoever you want to be.
Sure.
There is a person that I can keep quiet so that maybe they can search that person and find. She's a lecturer at UNISA now. Her name is Sheila Mboweni. Mem Mboweni. Mboweni prophesied my life when I was in my second year in Guyana. She said, Prof. Wow. She called me Prof. And she saw potential in me. So another thing, why I'm mentioning her is because you must have a mentor, guys. I'm sorry I can't mentor you now because I'm busy with my PhD. Of course, I'm too busy. But find a mentor in this journey.
True.
And your mentor cannot be someone who's not going where you want to go.
True.
A mentor should be someone who you look up to and you know very well. Or would see you want to be there. Someone who's going to carry. And someone who's not... I'm not selfish to share. I'm not selfish to even share information on how to get there.
True.
Avoid people that are going to block your way because they are scared. I'll be happy all of us here wearing all the red gowns. I mean, really now. You see,
imagine us all having a live where we are all wearing red gowns.
Yeah, but so those are the things. So, and also, I think the most important thing, who are you? When you wake up in the morning, when people talk about Wenanes, when people talk about Kona, when people talk about Grace, when people talk about Kensani, when people talk about Hangwani, when people talk about, I can see the names as they're popping. When people talk about, us, who are you? Yeah, I can say, but she's a very different, a nurse of a different caliber.
Yeah.
A nurse who's different. But what's about when you are not the same as we're not feminine. When
True.
people talk about you, always remember we are born. We are all going to go to the same school or different school or same class. But what differentiates you from
the rest?
What differentiates me? Like what differentiates me and Z? But we are talking about same thing. Same thing Z that she's bringing. People that Z has brought in this life. the TikTok live, what differentiates you
From those
and
people.
me and her and those? Kagiso, Sanele, all those people, what differentiates us? Everyone has their own purpose in life. Therefore, cry to God if you have not found your purpose.
Sure.
Do not run. See, James is doing this. James, I want James. You cannot have my life. One thing that you cannot have my life. But you can even be better than James.
Sure, true.
So that's my secret and that's my way. And do not relax. Relax. My principal at high school principal used to say, "Oh, you are at the grass now. You say lonini." Like, I don't know how to say it in Zulu. Le mo lonini. Yeah, at the park, ne? Avoid being at the park. It's not the time of being at the park. It's now. Like, I'm at the park now. I feel like I'm at the park. Everything is aligning. I don't have to work hard for everything. So it's very important for you guys. So we can attend to question Z, maybe see what people want to know, when people want to. I mean, I am a lecturer at SMU. So now if people want to join us in our department, how do they come through, the type of thing? So we can attend to that.
I love this. Are you related to Queen Sisi Rotle?
Hey, that's my stay name. How do you insult us like that? You're talking about doctors here. Seretlo. That's my cousin. I don't know how she got it. Maybe it showed her from mine to say your cousin's life.
39 people from your TikTok are watching this. So yeah. She says that
you're gonna make me famous, girl. I don't want to be famous. I like these things.
Guys, I'm gonna ask you to request so that you can ask Raikane anything that you want to ask. If you want to ask, please, guys. I want feminine funk. Can you please request so that you can ask the question that you wanted to ask? Tabiso says, I joined late. Can you please elaborate on your journey? He has elaborated, guys, English, elaborated for 1 hour, 30 minutes. So I'm going to post this on YouTube. If you caught him late, you're gonna find it on YouTube, guys. He can't go back. He said so much. Someone says, where is SMU? It is Sifako Makhato University, formerly known as Medunza, right? Yeah.
How do I
request? They know how to request. They definitely know how to.
Guys, I don't luma people. I'm a nice guy.
Funk, where are you? Funk, where are you, my darling? I think the person that requested, if I'm not mistaken, is probably one of your ex. Kansani, did you go? Did you guys go to school together? Because it seems like everyone went to school with you here.
No, he joined us late.
Hi, Kansani.
Wow. Hey, how are you, Z?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good. Then my apology for the other night. I was busy. My prof here had law. I was busy with these lessons.
You are his student.
Yes.
Lovely.
She's writing exam tomorrow. That person must live this life now. I see the other one is saying MPBA exam tomorrow.
Kenzani, do you have a question for Ray?
No, I just wanted to say that I'm motivated. I was one of these people who are so fearful of resigning. Remember the last time we were talking, I was telling you that, I'm afraid of relocating to Gauteng. When I think of their finances, remember. So now I'm motivated.
Kenzani, let me start by shouting at you. You haven't been on our lives in a very long time, actually. Why?
She was busy with the
I was so busy.
She was busy.
Oh, yes, the lecturer is already advocating. Okay, all right, okay, sharp. All right, continue, Kenzani.
Yeah, so motivating. As last I was with Dr. Mbowe and she was saying, Kensan, what are you doing with yourself? Do you know Seretlo is at SMU and he just completed his master's. He's doing his PhD now. And then I was like, I know. Said that, no, do something about yourself.
Wow.
She was motivating. And I was feeling so guilty because I'm that person who study and take gap year, study and take gap year. And I don't know why, because I was busy studying with bursaries. Like I said previously, that the first time I paid this year in SMU, when I was paying the registration fee, the rest was bursaries.
Thank
I
you,
don't
my
tell people
Zane.
those things.
No,
Kensan,
too late. Too late. She gave us all the
Yazala. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. We are a good
Hi,
Yes.
perfect
university. We would love
party.
to have all of them.
Hi
We
everyone.
would love to have all of them.
How are you, my
Okay,
darling?
I have a question. I want to ask Mr. Raikana, which specialties are good in public health? Because I already saw one as like maternal and health child. So I want to know which specialties are good in public health when it comes to masters.
Can I answer that? So in public health, my dear, we don't. I think that's another thing that he kills our nurses. They're always running after specialty, specialty, specialty. So in public health, when you come to public health, you must know that you're going to learn the health of the public. So therefore, you will have principles modules or basic modules that you have to go through. So public health, I'll talk about our public health. It's a research based, but it has a coursework. So which means now, when you come as perfect party, you're gonna come and say, I am perfect party, I'm working maternity, I'm interested in exploring the issues that are experienced experienced by maternity or midwives. So that will take you through the research of that journey. So we do not have specialty in public health. So you only, after your master's, that's when you can maybe become a biostatistician or epidemiologist. It's another course after your basic the masters, let me put it that way. So we don't have specialty like midwifery, kids, neonatal. We don't have that in public health. It's like a different way, and it's not clinical, as I'm saying. Kensani would tell you it's totally different. It's not, we're not gonna ask you what medication are you using to heal headache. No.
Yeah.
We are teaching you about whole approach. Epidemiology, how to calculate those. You saw those numbers that were coming during COVID-19.
During COVID.
All that you have been trained to do that.
I always tell
Thank you. I
people.
can't wait to
Okay.
join you next year. May I be admitted? Because now I'm doing postgraduate diploma in public health. I'm kidding, guys. Oh, thank you for giving me clarity on that.
Thank you, my
Before
sweet.
you take the ones that requested, before you take the one that requested, there was a question that asked to say, can I join department? Can I go into, I did my diploma. Is it possible for me to go straight into public health? So the question is, which diploma?
Yeah, that's the question I would
I think the
ask.
person must, it's Muelo. And then there was another one that says,
Where do you see these questions?
please
I don't
explain
see them on
public.
my side.
When I don't worry, when I focus on the one that are joining, ungawari mngani ngizokuphatha kahle namhlanje. Ungawari mngani. Please explain public health, babe. I think they are moving fast. Maybe when not from yourself, they are moving. Please explain public health, behavioral sciences. I'm so fascinated. You are fortunate. Who's this? Sanele Zwane. Sanele, you are fortunate that I am one of the lecturers of social and behavioral sciences. So we mostly talk about determinants of health. Health has its own determinants. So mostly we are talking about teaching you about what causes the issue in health or what can improve the health issues. And we also talk about health education and promotion. So it's more of the behavior of people and what health is caused, or what can cause illness, or what can improve health. So it's mostly that. But also I want to believe that it differs with universities, but mostly it's focusing on the social determinants or health determinants.
I saw that at UJ they focus quite a lot on environmental health.
Okay, at SME, we've got a module that focuses on environmental. We've got a module that focuses on occupational. We've got a module that focuses on epidemiology, biostats. And then we've got a module that focuses on health policy, systems, and also we've got a module that's focused on research itself, and we've got a module that I teach myself. That one you must ask Kensani. You will love it. The beautiful module.
Oh, lovely. Can I take another person, or I can see your favorite person in the comment section responded. This person who spoke about the diploma, she was speaking about the R425, I think. I think she's
remember, masters. I think the most important thing that we need to know, even in nursing, because I was doing the intakes of nursing at UP. So masters is an NQF 9, NQF level 9, and most of the diplomas are NQF 6.
Yeah.
So therefore, you need 7 and 8 to get to 9. So how can you bridge that? You can bridge it by doing a postgraduate diploma.
True.
Once you do listen to me, not a diploma, not an advanced diploma, a postgraduate diploma. That's the one that will take you straight to your master's. You can take the ones on the side, my sister.
Okay, do you know what else have I noted? And I think you did address it. I'm coming to you, Sel, Marcel, and Funk, and Mita. You mentioned something, right? I have a lot of people who register for qualifications to go and study something. And after they study that particular thing, they come back and say, hey, where can I find a job with this thing? What can I do with this degree? I always say to people, as much as we say, education can change your life, but when you go to attain that piece of paper, you need to go because you have a reason why you want it. Otherwise, you're going to come back and sit with the qualification that is the same as the one that Raikane has, but you will not be able to attain the things that Raikane has been able to attain. So the qualifications that you study, they should be aligned with the career plan that you have for yourself, which your career plan will always be unique. It's not going to be the same as that of Uzanele. You can work in the same department literally, but you find that your career plans, they are not the same. Hello, Sel, Marcel. I don't know if I pronounced the names properly.
Oh, hey, Z, how are you? And how are you, Mr. Raikane?
We are good. How are you, sir?
I'm okay. Prepare yourself to call me doctor.
Oh, yeah, the upcoming doctor. Thank you so much. You guys, I think I'm so excited that I stumbled upon your life. It's the very first
Stumbled. I'm embarrassed to hear you saying stumbled. You don't join our lives.
No, I must be honest.
It's the first time.
It's the first time, Z. I think I was bored, lying on my bed, and I scrolled down my TikTok. Then I saw, oh, this is Z and she's live. Then I joined, only to bump to this gentleman, Mr. Raikane, speaking so influentially. I'm very much excited that I think whatever you were saying aligns to what I am intending to achieve at the end of maybe 2 years to come. So I am very excited. I think mine was not much of a question, but was to praise you, Nezi, that you are doing a great job. Mr. Raikane, dude, look, man, you were hata on the right spots. I think our intention mostly is to also inspire people to do the right thing. The nursing fraternity is very undermined. We need people to stand there in the space and speak for ourselves, for us. And I think you are the right people. And with this chat, Nje, I can see that many people will be inspired, including myself. I'm in the midst. Look, there were days where I felt, actually, I'm Dr. Sel. You understand? But not necessarily looking at doctor in nursing, the PhD vibe. I was looking at, your MBCHB type of a vibe. There was a time where I was admitted by Wits University Medical School, but I didn't continue that. I asked myself, what exactly do I want money? What do I want? And you answered all those questions. Thank you so much, guys. And I will get more.
Thank you. Are you working for Beta Tshwane?
Yes, I work for Veterich High.
Oh, lovely. When I'm that side, I will holla.
Please do holla, dear one. Oh, in fact, I saw you on the road the other day, and I kept on, like, I hooted, and this girl is just focused.
Boring in about
Bye.
No more now, wena. Yeah, no,
Bye. Thank
on
you.
the
Thank
road,
you,
I'm blind. I
Paula.
am very blind.
Okay, ngiyabonga, guys.
Thank you so much. Hi,
Oh, you're
Femi.
welcome.
Funk.
Finally, Femin.
Funk is a board member here. Ne? You must treat her with respect. Otherwise, she's going to deactivate this whole account. She's a board member in this.
Hi everyone.
Hi, my darling.
Hi,
Ninjani guys.
We are good. Are you good?
siyaphila unjani sisi?
I'm good. I just wanted to ask Mr. James to please elaborate on his lecturing journey, like from inception till now. Can he please give us some context? And for anyone who's interested in becoming a lecturer from bedside nursing, how do they go about it? I think I am highly interested in finding out how he went about becoming a lecturer.
So basically, you want to be you have an interest in becoming a lecturer, and you want to know how does one go about it from bedside nursing.
Yes, please,
Okay, my
please,
love.
please, please.
Over to
Thank
you,
you,
doctor.
my sister. You said I'm very calm now.
Why
I am
then?
calmish. You said I must be professional.
Okay.
Anyway,
Over to
back
you.
to square one. Hi, Frank. You know, I think because now the qualifications are changing and the nursing career, the whole nursing thing has changed, and I'll talk about how it happened. And I don't know, because now we're still having issues with many universities being accredited. You know, but what I will give you a journey, maybe it will be similar or it might even be different. So now I know UJ is offering nursing education, I think, if not mistaken, and other universities. So the other thing is you need to know which lecturer do you want to be. Do you want to be a lecturer in nursing or you want to be a lecturer in health sciences? Remember, other universities like UKZN, their school is mixed. You know, you find that it's a mixed school, so you can be a lecturer in health sciences. Or you find that you are a nurse, but you are chosen to lecture in biology in a medicine school, you know, type of thing. So first thing, you need to identify your strength, to say, what is it that I love? I knew I was a community nurse from the way go. Like I knew, like I was writing, I can write a community book myself. One day I will write it, I know. So it's because I love community nursing. So now you have to get that first. Secondly, you need to get your qualifications in order. So how do we get that? You need to get nursing education if you want to be a lecturer in nursing education. And I know there are some, if you want to be in health sciences, there are some short courses like assessor course, but nursing education, it puts you a step ahead. You know, a step ahead. But the other beautiful thing is, if you do not have nursing education, once you get into your master's level, make sure that when you are on your at your master's level, let's say you are doing your master's at SMU, for example, and you know that you want to join the same university, make sure you speak to your supervisor and ask the supervisor about the opportunities that are within the university or the department that can expose you into becoming a lecturer, because it's a very difficult journey to become a lecturer at the university. It's actually difficult for the university to just pick up funk and say you are a lecturer. So they need experience.
Without experience,
Therefore, during
ne?
during your master's journey, where you know that actually this is what I love, start to speak to the HOD, your lecturers there, and ask them if there are opportunities. There are issues like there are not issues. There are jobs like TA, teaching assistant. There are jobs like research assistant within the department. But because they are not fully advertised and you can't find them anywhere, they want to know people that are interested. And people who are asking, they're able to get exposed to such opportunities. Masters is the one that will take you to an institution. But college is the one that you just need nursing education.
Okay.
Whereas in a university, you need master's degree. And then for you to become, even stand out, you need to have a PhD. So which means you can start from master's to PhD. In between those, you can play around whichever university wants you. And there are things like NGAP program. I mean, I'm on an NGAP program. It's a 6-year. It's a new generational something, but just Google NGAP. But it's more of empowering young academics who want to become lecturers.
Okay.
So those NGAP posts, they're always advertised on different universities' website. You'll find that Northwest University, it wants or it is looking for NGAP in nursing. Apply for it. They will give you 6 years to complete your master's, your PhD. They fund you. You do not work. They give you 20% of working. So which means when now you would work only 1 day a week, the rest you focus on your studies until 6 years. And the 4th year. Then from the 4th year, the work load start to increase just like that. So that's how you can. There are many ways that I think that has answered her.
Sure. Yeah.
I don't know if she's. Are you?
No, it's not end gap. It's N gap. Grace wrote it, guys.
NG. Yeah, NG. It's a small letter N with capital letter A. I mean GAP. NGAP. New Generational Academic Profession. Something. Yeah, I think it's something like that.
All right.
Always, all universities will advertise that.
Funk, are you happy?
Sorry. Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
All right.
Yes, Funk.
Mita, how are you?
Hi, how are you? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes, we
Oh,
can hear you.
good day, everyone. Hello.
Hi.
Hi, Dr. Raikane. Hi, Z. Hi. Yeah, what I wanted to, there was, I guess everything that was said, I was hearing answers from what I was going to ask, but then I will just ask anyway, because I was a researcher somewhere, I think between 2008 and 2013. So I was a researcher in an HIV project. And then, I got a job for a forensic analyst. And
Are you a nurse by profession?
I'm a forensic analyst now.
Is your background nursing?
No, it's not nursing. It's I did medical microbiology.
Okay.
So I registered with HPCSA as a virologist. So all this time I think I was interested in public health, but then being interested in public health, then I just saw the thing. Is it diploma?
Yes.
But when you have your honors, when you see diploma, you feel like you're going down, like as in, So I was like, no, I'm not gonna do it, and I applied for masters, and I was never admitted. But I kept trying because I just saw the name diploma, and I didn't see the postgraduate diploma. So I was like, no, this is degrading myself. I cannot. So after 13 years, I have been a forensic analyst, but I've always been interested. So after 13 years, I then applied for postgraduate in UP, and I was admitted. Like, I think it was just a miracle, and I'm thinking, because I looked at it and I saw that they need an honors, or you should work for maybe 2 years after your degree. So what I wanted to ask now is that after doing what I wanted to ask Dr. Raikane, I wanted to ask with your postgraduate, is there a possibility that you can get a job after that? Or do you need for you to be in a public health sector do you need to do your master's before you get a job of, public health? Or can you still get a job after this postgraduate? Or do I need to go further with my studies after that for me to be
To
part
get
of
a
the,
job,
you
yeah.
get what I'm saying? Ne?
I'm hearing your question.
Get you.
I think I have before Raikane can come and answer you. I've got one question for you. Do you want to get remember, public health is very vast. That's one thing you need to know.
It,
Like it's big.
yes, it's
So now I'm wondering, when you are saying looking for a job, where are you looking for a job in public health? Raikane is in public health, right? The academic side of public health. I'm in public health. I'm in the program implementing side of public health, Now, the question you are asking, it might be different. If Raikane was to answer based on where he is in his public health field, the answer will be different from the answer that I would give as a public health nurse who's in the implementing programs side. So
okay.
where
Like
is
now,
that
like
career
remember,
going?
okay, like remember for me, I did, I'm registered as a virologist. Ne?
Yeah.
I was a researcher. I was a medical scientist. Ne? Then it's just that, I got a job forensic. So I'm a forensic analyst now. So I'm asking now that since if I wanna go for virology, ne? Say medical scientist, ne? Do I get to choose, say when I go for masters, ne? Do I get to choose? Obviously, maybe there's different lecturers, there's different departments. Do I get to choose where I wanna go, or do they choose for me? Because remember, you guys have maybe different researchers, different projects and stuff. Do I get to choose that if I am to go for my because remember, with like now I'm doing I'm doing my postgrad, my diploma, ne? Which now I can see why I had to start here, because I can see that they're dealing with different things. It's biostatics, it's environmental health, it's a lot. I only started, I think, 2 months back, but I can see that it's public health is huge.
Yeah.
I can see that. It's not just diseases and stuff. There's just a lot. I saw that. Ne? So hence I'm saying, for the now, if I were to choose, am I allowed to choose to say where I wanna go, or even after this, can I still apply? Will there be jobs for that? For is there a job after the postgrad, or should I do my masters? Should I do my masters first before I could, apply? Because
Look for a
I can
job.
see the postgrad, they're just dealing with everything. Maybe just to see what you are interested in. I'm thinking maybe hence there's different things, because I know maybe masters would be different. You'd be dealing with just one thing. But I'm wondering if after postgrad, after the diploma, can you just get a job from that without going for masters?
I hear you.
Let me close it. So I think the most important thing that you need to know is a postgraduate diploma is an NQF8. So which means it's a level of an honors. So
Okay.
yes, it sounds like postgraduate diploma is an
I
NQF8.
know.
And
So,
depending on the requirements of whoever want to hire, some they will say a postgraduate or any qualification in public health, so you will get a job. Most of people that are
okay.
getting jobs, they are the ones that would most even from the postgraduate. So from the postgraduate and higher to the masters, you can always get a job. And then
Okay.
in terms of you getting a space, or whether you want to choose, or you'll be, they will select for you. Remember, the same things that you're doing now in postgraduate. Now
Yeah.
in your masters, it's more advanced. And it's the same program. MPH or Masters in Public Health doesn't have speciality. One thing,
Okay.
it has a focus. I know other universities like UP, you have to choose like group of subjects
Yeah.
because you want to focus on health sciences, or you want to focus on health policy. But from the institution or where I'm working, we
Yes.
make sure that you cover all the
All of them.
principles,
Lovely.
and from then you are in. There's no module where you're gonna leave because you want to focus on health promotion. No,
Okay.
it doesn't. in our case, it doesn't work like that. And then most people that have high chances are those who have postgraduate diplomas.
Obvious.
Oh,
So,
okay. All
but
right.
again, even those who don't have postgraduate diplomas, we take them. So don't get overwhelmed and start to be scared. Even after you complete, start putting that postgraduate diploma into your CV and start applying for jobs. You will see a difference. You'll see a miracle.
So, Doctor, are you saying for even so, Dr. Raikane, are you saying for it? Because even on I see even posts they will say even when you have a public health, but they don't mention the part of honors or whatever. They just say public health. So, are you saying for it, even if I'm done with my diploma, it's public health? That's what you're saying now.
It's a
Yes,
qualification in public health. Let me jump in. On my side of things, where I work, right? I work in the
Yes.
HIV prevention implementing services.
Okay.
When you look at the job posts that side, they will say PG dip in public health, right?
Mm-hmm.
Particularly for positions such as program management and all of those. But when you go higher in senior management, they will specifically say they want a master's degree.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank
In
you so
senior
much.
management, they will want a master's degree. And I would like to believe even in your own field of work, senior management, they always want a master's
They
degree.
always want, yes, that's true. That's true. Okay,
But
thank you
the
so much.
PGD definitely will secure you a job.
So it's a public health. It's just public health.
Yes, it's just public health.
Okay. Thank you, Z. Thank you, Dr. Raikane. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mita. Hi, Kate.
Thank you.
Guys, Kate is a.
Before Kate starts, yo,
Okay.
I love to be called Doctor. Yo, Lingan Bulalisi, guys. I'm still Mr. Raikane.
Hey, Bona, you asked for it. You are not backing down.
I said soon, get ready.
We've tuned in. You are not backing down. We are gonna
Yes,
call
it's
you doctor for the rest of
overwhelming.
this life, guys.
It
We
is
continue.
overwhelming.
We are prophesizing.
Oh, fun. Okay, sorry. Yeah, now.
We are
Yes,
prophesizing.
Hello, how are you, everyone?
We are good. How are you,
Good. How
sir?
are you?
Oh, awesome. I'm very inspired. It's a source of inspiration, especially doctor. Let me call you doctor because you have done a lot.
Yep.
You have done a lot and achieved a lot. So what you did, it's motivating most of us. Of which I'm being challenged because, like what I said on the comments, when I was at school, I used to be on top, and I used to challenge even the doctors themselves, although I was a nurse. So I really wanted to have my grades to be grade A's. That's distinctions. But what I wanted to say is, from what he explained, especially for the people who are on the comments, also on 91 people, let's not take this lightly, guys. Let's expand our knowledge. Let's expand our intelligence, especially having positive mindset for what we are doing. Let's not sit on a diploma or on a degree. Let's expand ourselves to masters, PhDs, and see exactly what is it that we really need to do. We can, because nursing has got so many ventures. You can even open. Well, most of my friends. Okay, let me say this. Most of my friends I worked with from 2011, others are now having PhDs and others are still doing masters, right? Others are having, especially 6 of them, they are running their own clinic using Unjani and they are expanding their knowledge. They are running their own clinic using Unjani. So Unjani now, especially one who started in 2015, is owning. He's now owning the clinic. It's now he's like a private, right? So these guys, I motivated them. I'm from Zimbabwe, and I was also doing my studies, especially for HIV. I'm an HIV specialist, so I started a lot in HIV.
I'm here for the HIV specialist.
I have a question for him. Do you have masters in
I,
public
wa-
health?
I wanted to go there, and I think the journey is still there. I like what you, because the way that you're explaining, I think I really need to dwell on that. It's not
Yeah.
only to motivate people, but also being motivated. I really need to do that. I really need to go there. So this is now 2024 because my aim, I was called to Canada. Canada, they called me. They wanted me there, and then I was saying anyway because I've got my organization that I am running. It's a very big organization for HIV. Right, I hire nurses, virologists, specialist doctors, and all the specialists within the field. It's not only that I do for myself; I do for the community for
Yeah.
HIV. Yes. So Canada, when they called me, I said I can expand there, but I really need to do things in Africa.
Yeah.
Zimbabwe, Botswana, Swaziland, South Africa. In Africa, I really need to do to expand, especially my organization in Africa. So when I was communicating with Canada, I thought maybe they are going to help me, assist me in funding the organization, but they said that they want me to come. I have to go there and I have to be there. But I'm still thinking about that. If I go there, I can still come back because I still need, like what you said, I need money also. We really need
Yeah.
money. I can go to Canada for a year or 2 years and get money and then come back to Africa. But I really need them to say no. I don't want my organization to die because with this HIV, we really need to cover HIV. We are not yet at 95%. We are still at 89%. That's where we are. Even 90% is up. We reached 90%, especially when we say people that are now knowledgeable in HIV, they're not getting tested in HIV. But for virologically suppressed, we are not yet at 90%.
The
That's where
problem.
we need to fight for. And people, they're still reluctant, they're still transmitting HIV and the like, right? We are still doing all the researches. I'm seeing someone on the comments say, can you hire me? Can I send my CV? I've got lots of CVs and lots of people who are giving me their especially those who are doing the public health degrees and like, yes, actually what I'll do with my organization, let me just jump into my organization. Sorry about that. Once if I am fully funded and fully functional 2024, I will hire people. I'm going to hire people because
You
this
must,
this
you know what? Let's communicate bilateral, you and I, about funding, because I know a lot of how people get funding opportunities. I actually wanted to ask you earlier on to say, have you tapped into the funding spaces? I mean, we've got SANAC, we've got USAID, PEPFAR. I wanted to
yes.
ask you, but let's speak about it on WhatsApp maybe tomorrow.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, let's not talk about more of the organization. Let's talk about what the doctor was saying. Really inspirational and really motivational, and I love that. Let's continue, guys, to listen to what he said because we don't want to lose words of wisdom, and they don't need to go out of within the air. They really need to reach our ears, our hearts, and we really need to impart them and to make sure that we have acted upon them, to implement them. So because me, I love especially on implementation and seeing that we have executed all our plans that we are given now on this panel. I really love that. I really love that. So yeah, I'm gonna go for masters and PhD. That's where I am going. I was supposed to do medicine,
Okay. Have you applied? Please
2009,
apply.
2009. I was supposed to be a doctor, but politics in Zimbabwe did something bad upon me, so I'm here in South Africa. And when I wanted to go ahead with my medicine, things got tough, especially on my family, and I became a breadwinner, whereby my sister passed away, my brother passed away, and my other brother passed away, and things really got tough. So I had to work 2 jobs. I was working at Steve Biko Hospital, and I was also working at one of the restaurants. So during the day, I'll be at the restaurant. During the night, I'll be at Steve Biko Hospital doing night shift,
Oh,
and things were not fine with me.
sure.
So,
You know
yeah.
what? Now you are making me want to bring you as a guest.
Is it? I've
Now
got a
I think
lot.
I want to bring you as a guest. Like I can see even the people here on the comment section, they're just going crazy about you. I think it's only fair for me to bring you as a guest.
Is it? Thank you, thank you. I will appreciate that. I will
Okay,
appreciate
then yeah,
that.
we will talk about it on WhatsApp. We will talk about it on WhatsApp, and then we will schedule it. But I want to bring you as a guest.
Definitely, definitely. No, you can continue. You can when you are on live, you can just tell me on WhatsApp because I'm
Okay.
working as a bio auditor. I'm an auditor at private hospital. It's a Life Peak Hospital. You know it. I explained to you.
Yeah, I know it.
Yeah, so I'm an
What
auditor there.
you see now you want me to get into, let me just pack everything and wait for you to be a guest, because I went through your profile during the day when you sent it to me. There is a lot, so let me not say anything. Let me have you as a guest, maybe this coming week. During the
Okay,
week, let's communicate on WhatsApp about it, okay?
no problem, no
Guys,
problem. No,
it's
thank you so
final. We
much.
are bringing Kate as a guest during the week. It's either it's gonna be on Wednesday or Friday. I'm gonna speak to him on WhatsApp, and then I'll let you guys know.
No problem. Thank you so much. I will do that. I will do
Lovely.
that. All right.
Reagan,
Okay.
Doctor,
I'm still here. I'm listening. I'm still here, my dear.
I just wanted to say thank you to you. This live, I want to say also to people who are watching here, who joined us late, guys. The live that we are holding now is gonna be on my YouTube channel. The name of the YouTube channel is This Is Nes Z. All the lives we've held here, they are on YouTube. For the people who are new, because we've got new people here, the lives are taking place on Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays at 8 p.m. So 8 p.m. Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays. I always bring a guest. But if you miss it, you will find it on YouTube. I know you've already given us parting words, but can you give us more parting words, parting words?
You know, the future is too bright. It sometimes requires something like this. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for having us and listening to us. I always say it's important for your story to be told by yourself. You know, when I started my nursing, I never thought that today I'll be here. When I started my nursing career, it was like, I'm going to be a nurse in the ward and that's it. When I started my nursing career, I decided, okay, I thought I'll be making more money. But little did I know that it's only about money. It's about impacting people's lives, changing people's lives, and so also thinking about what can bring the future and what your future looks like. Also living your purpose. Look, I sleep at night and I forget that there's a morning simply because I love what I do. And it started for me, to me, it started as a care worker, a whole care worker, someone that we look down on, someone that we send and ask them to bring bedpans, someone that we always think, these are the home-based, they do not know anything. But today I'm standing in front of you, I'm here on Z's Live, I'm a PhD candidate, and simply because I lived my truth, and I've never allowed any peer pressure of some sort to let me change my career. I still advocate for nursing even in my public health department. They know very well. When they say nurses, I stand up and I also pride myself because I am who I am because of the nursing journey. I would like to encourage every one of you to say, regardless of where you are now, regardless of the challenges that you are experiencing right now, it is very important to remember and focus on the goal. There is a goal that you know. When you sleep at night, when you wake up in the morning, you know what you want to be and who you want to be. Bona, regardless of where you're coming from, I come from a village, a whole village. I come from a village where I was taught Islungu, Ngesutu. You know, so it didn't take, it really took a village, but it didn't take me a whole, like a lot of decades. Like for me, it came as, what is it that you want to, and where do you want to see yourself? Every year, every month, I sit down and I ask myself, where do I want to be and who do I want to be? So it's always important to always ask yourself those questions.
Yeah.
Without your friends, without your family, without your people around, without Z and Raikane. But it's always important to ask yourself, who am I and where do I want to be? And you do not just ask yourself those questions. You start implementing and acting on them. Start to align your goals with the right people, right institutions, and right goals. And also treat yourself as a whole. Ngiyajola, ngihappy, ngiyasonta, ngiyasebenza. So I treat myself as a whole as I appreciate to my patients or to the people that I inspire. Therefore, it's always important for you to treat yourself as a whole and have short-term and long-term goals. I am planning to be a VC of a university one day. And that's what I'm saying. There's something that I'm doing on site that I can't disclose right now, but I know it's preparing for me to become a vice chancellor. One day I'll be addressing you as a vice chancellor, not as Raikane. Therefore, it's something that you need. It need to burn. It need to bother you. It need to bore you. It need to irritate people around you. But you also need the right people that are going to clap and cheer out for you. By this words, I'm saying, hi, rebrand yourself. Hi, make sure you focus on your goals. Hi, make sure you treat yourself as a whole. And thank you so much for being on this live.
Voice over. Hi. You're gonna make me say that we are not closing this live. Like what? Everyone who's been asking what is his Instagram handle, it is exactly his TikTok handle. If you can see on his TikTok now, you can see it's RA_I_KANA, right?
Is correct.
That's the Instagram handle, guys. Please go and follow him on Instagram as well. Like, yabana ke xa niyomjonga ku-Instagram nizawubukela, my dear, because that's where he's living his life. Like, i-lifestyle yakhe ipha kwa-Instagram. My love, thank you so much for making time for me and my people. Thank you so much for pouring words of wisdom in our lives, for inspiring us. We are watching you. We are learning so much from you, from a distance and even in close proximity. Don't stop. Don't stop, because we are watching. We are not watching for any other reason but to be inspired. We love you so very much, and I appreciate you. I just want to hug you. I'm going to make time and come to SMU. I'm going to make time and come to SMU. You know what else I wanted SMU besides the masters?
My friend is late.
Bye-bye.
I have to make food. We have to eat at home.
Bye-bye.
My boy is writing exams tomorrow. Bye, guys. We love you. And keep well. Thank you. Bye. Bathanda umshado. Bani bayahleka kaloku. Bye. Sharp, ne?
Bye, baby.
Bye.
Okay, fam, bam. Sure, that was lovely, guys. Like, that was lovely. Like, he understood the assignment. Let me put it like that. He understood the assignment and the purpose of our gathering, why we are on these lives. He truly understood it. I am grateful. I am grateful that these are the type of nurses that we have now. Mita, it was so lovely to have you, particularly because you're not even a nurse, but you literally just was here. It was really lovely having you over. But he understood the assignment of why we are having these nursing career conversations. That was lovely. That was, guys, I no longer know, Uguti, what would it take for you to do something about your situation. You guys know why I started this platform, right? You guys know I started this platform because people looked at me and said, how did you get where you are? What job are you doing? How did you get there? Like, it looked like it was a mystery. Like, the type of questions I was getting online about my job, it amazed me that people think it's a mystery. And I thought, no. I'm exposed to a lot of young nurses who are doing beautiful things in their respective fields. Guys, they are doing amazing things in their respective field. And I felt, no, man, people online needs to know that I'm not the only one who's doing something different from what we were taught in nursing school. I was telling Kagiso this conversation that at nursing school, if you watched the live that I had with Kagiso Tukisi joined us from Bali. He was in Bali this past week. I know a lot of people didn't catch that live because it happened at 6 p.m. and we normally don't hold lives at 6 p.m. But it's because he was in Bali, and in Bali it was 12 midnight. But I'm also gonna post it on YouTube. So if you missed it, you must go and check it on YouTube, right? I'm gonna post it, I think, tonight. But what I want to say, I'm gonna take 10 minutes to say what I wanna say, or even less. What I want to say is that with the people that we are bringing on these lives, it is for me to say, don't look at Zanele, because Zanele posts a lot about, I post a lot, you guys know I post a lot. And maybe the likes of Raikane, or Kagiso Tukisi, or Noko, or Olita, you know we had Olita guys, the enrolled nurse who's doing amazing things. Just because they are not posting, I wanted you to know that they do exist. They might not be posting on their social media platforms like Nurse Z does, but they are doing amazing things. And I needed you to see that so that you can believe that Zanele is not the 1 in a million case. The name of my YouTube channel is This is Nurse Z. I wanted you guys to see that I'm not an exceptional or a privileged case or a 1 in a million. I'm not a 1 in a million. I'm not a 1 in a million. There are a lot of us as young and older nurses who are doing amazing things, and I just needed them to come and tell their stories as they are, to show us that it wasn't easy for them to be where they are today. What we see and what we are inspired by when we look at them, it is actually an end result of a very lengthy process. There is Wena nurse here who's always on my lives, and at her oh, I believe she just commented. Wena nurse at her work, they don't want to release her to go to school, right? And I can tell how this girl badly wants to go to school. There is all non-jabs who are not happy at their workspaces, or who are not happy at the progression of their careers. I think I needed to bring these people so that they can make you guys see the challenges they encountered in their own journeys. But at the end of the day, they never gave up, and they are where they are now. So if you missed any live that you would like to catch up on, it is on Nurse Z. Guys, I'm missing out because I don't go on YouTube and Instagram. You have to, my dear. You have to, because that is the only way I can share the lives. The lives are very long. I mean, we started at 8 o'clock. It's now 2 hours, 15 minutes later. So I now have to download the lives, and then I go and I post them on my Instagram. Kunzima, guys, but I think the stories that we've heard thus far, we will realize that everyone did not have it easy. None of the people that you guys look at and say, yo, this person inspires me so much, none of them had it easy. None. Including myself. I also did not have it easy. I did not. I was looking at my Facebook the other day, and I was looking at my memories, and I was remembering that this time last year I was unemployed. I had recently bought a new house. I have a car. I have a child, and I was unemployed for about 2 months, and I was having a job offers that were offering me peanuts, and it was just frustrating. And if you were to say to someone, would you go 2 months or 3 months without like earning money, leaving your permanent job to be unemployed and not earn money because you know what you want, would you do that? Someone will say, no, I'm not willing to take that. So it comes with a lot of risks, but as long as you know what you want in life, your goals,
I think you guys have been hearing all our speakers. They are speaking about knowing what you want, knowing what you love. Guys, there is nothing that is as rewarding as doing something that you truly love. Even when the money does not meet your needs, like your daily needs. But because this job is something that you truly, truly love, you will do it. You will wake up and you will enjoy. Unlike working for a company that you no longer want to work for, you are not happy in this organization, you are not happy with your job, you are not happy with the salary. Out of all these three things, you are not happy with all of them. At least don't be happy with the salary, but be happy with your job, be happy with what you with your employer. At least you cannot have all three and all of them. You are not happy with them. No. And I loved what Raikane said, was not into social media, but now I created a TikTok account. a lot of people are not social media people, but they've made themselves available. And I think I appreciate that effort that you guys are taking to be present. I know other people are not even Instagrammers, but I see a lot of people now migrating to my Instagram as well. However, on Instagram, I don't talk about career. I think I post myself when I go to work, and I do HIV content there because I am also an HIV advocate. What I wanted to say is staying in a company that you are no longer supposed to be in is very dangerous. And it is one of the things that are killing most of you guys. When I left Department of Health, I knew it was time for me to leave. And when I left, I even gave myself a period to say, by December, on a certain date, if I don't get a job offer, I'm going to resign without a job. And I know a lot of people think, maybe when your life is figured out. No, my life was not figured out, but I planned and I was like, no, this is it. I have to leave because I knew it was time for me to leave. Some of you guys are staying in companies. You are overstaying your welcome in organizations. Some of you. I made a random live the other day, and I was sharing that one of the rules I've given myself is that I don't stay in a company for more than 5 years unless I'm in that company and then I get a promotion. So I'm not gonna stay in one position for more than 5 years. I will never do that to myself. That I will never do. 5 years for me, it's the peak. I hit 5 years, I resign. I go and I find another job. And I will tell you why. In positions, we are meant to serve, right? You're supposed to do what you are being paid for. But another thing that we're supposed to be doing in these positions we are occupying is to learn. It's to learn. Now, if you are no longer learning and you are now doing your work like repetitively, you can do it with your eyes closed, then why are you even there? You are not learning anymore. You're not happy with your salary because your salary does not increase in this 5 years. You are not happy with your salary. You're not happy with the work anymore because it bores you. Why are you still there? Then you become frustrated. You now drop the ball when it comes to your work. You now become mean and rude to your managers. You become mean and rude to your colleagues. You become mean and rude to the people who are recipients of your service. The problem is not the workplace. The problem is that you are overstaying your welcome in a position and in an organization. Now, personally, I have those rules, and I had that rule when I was still in Department of Health that I don't stay in an organization, particularly in one position, for more than 5 years. I can stay in a company if they promote me to another position. Then I will allow myself another 5 years in that new position. That's literally how I roll. That's literally how I roll. And I think us as nurses, we love stability. Like we love stability so much that we will choose a pseudo stability overgrowth. And by pseudo stability, I mean we will choose our benefits department. I don't know which ones are those because I worked for department for 5 years. I don't know where do you guys do assessor and facilitator course. Sister J, I will share it on the timeline. I will log on to the website tomorrow and share the thing on the timeline for assessor and facilitator. Guys, we want stability. Let me tell you, there is nothing. Growth and stability cannot go together. Like those two, they don't click. Growth and stability, they don't go together. Number one, growth and stability, comfort zone and growth, they don't go together. Once you find yourself comfortable, just know that you're not gonna grow, my darling. And if you don't grow, frustration will come in. So I hope these lives, guys, they are making you question yourselves as an individual. You need to question yourself, like away from all of us, away from the screen. You need to question yourself to say, okay, this is what Raikane said, this is what Kagiso said, this is what Nogo said. Mamela, if it means you need to go back to the YouTube channel and watch one of the lives to keep you going, you gotta do that. But I need you guys, it's just that my diaries are not here. They are in my bedroom because I'm always writing down. I hold myself accountable. I need you guys to, when you log off from TikTok lives, you need to go and implement in your own lives. Y'all gotta make me wanna do this. Y'all gotta make me wanna continue doing this because you would be implementing. You guys need to go back and implement. You guys can't come and listen every night, but there is no implementation in our respective and individual lives. So I'm asking Betunan, I'm asking that we do good for ourselves, for our profession. It will also benefit the generations that are coming after us. Me, I'm gonna go to bed now. And please come back. Kwengelani, come back and testify, guys. There's a lady that came back and said, Nes Z, I got accepted for the postgraduate diploma in midwifery at UJ. Like, that made me so happy because it says all the noise that I've been making, for her to come back and tell me that, it's because she's been hearing the noise that I was making, that people need to go back to school. So let all these amazing people that are taking their times off to come and speak to us about their career journeys, all of that, let it make us evaluate our lives, make plans, and implement so that we can come back and testify. Can type any resignation letters, guys. Now, when I had decided I wanted to resign, my resignation letter was in my laptop for about 4 months. My resignation letter was sitting there. When I was supposed to resign, I just edited the date and then I submitted. Some of you, the saving grace that you are waiting for, it's a resignation letter. Some of you. Nifana nabantu abangafuna uphuma kwi-relationships ezitoxic. Ubona ba le relationship, it's not giving. This relationship is giving absolutely nothing. Like, it has nothing to offer. Mara umntu still wants to hold on to it. Guys, no. You need to do better. Let me go to bed. I love you all. Have a lovely week. I will see you guys on Wednesday. I'm hoping that I will speak to, let me see, who do I need to speak to now that I spoke to Raikane? Lumfana, guys, good one, but Lumfana, Sia speaks on the May app and yeah. But I need to speak to Sia speaks. So I think I'm going to speak to Keith on Wednesday, but I'll have to confirm with him. But I think I must bring Keith on Wednesday. So this is how I got to know him and the reason I'm speaking to him on WhatsApp. On Instagram, because I do the HIV content, I made a reel there. I was educating about HIV disclosure on children. And then I tagged all these I mean, all these organizations that are doing HIV work, his organization is one of the organizations I tagged, and then he responded, and then we exchanged numbers because we realized we are both HIV clinicians. And I went through his profile. Yo, guys, that guy, he did extremely well for himself. So I would love to hear from someone who is running an organization, an NGO organization that is HIV centered. So I think I'm going to have him on Wednesday. Then I'll try and get Sia Speaks to speak to us on Friday. I hope he won't be working. But also I understand because Sia is a student. He's working full-time. He's working part-time at a university. And I think he's doing 2 qualifications at the same time. But don't say I said it. So his schedule is really messy. I know he's not doing it on purpose. You'll make us resign with immediate effect. Tomorrow I'll hand over mine. I resigned with immediate effect, my dear. I'm a queen of immediate effect. When they expected me to walk in on Monday morning, that morning, a friend of mine, I sent my resignation to a friend of mine at work and I said, can you print this for me and hand it over? When they expected me to walk in, my friend walked in with my resignation to my party's office. But above everything else, I think I was ready mentally. I had mentally prepared myself for whatever that may come after my resignation. Because my time was up. It's like, you guys know how ladies, how we walk out of relationships, you dump a person while you are with them, right? By the time you walk out, you have no double thoughts, like you are not in between, you know exactly what you're doing. That was me with Department of Health. Like my time was up. That's why my resignation letter was typed 4 months before the actual resignation. So I felt like, no, 30 days notice, it's going to be a lot. I've already done 30 days. So I wasn't about doing another 30 days. That's why I resigned with immediate effect. But you need to be mentally prepared. You need to have a plan in mind, have a plan A and a plan B and a plan C in mind. And most of the times, plan A, plan B, plan C is not necessarily another job. Because I resigned, I signed a 1 year, 3 months contract. After the 1 year, 3 months contract, I got a retrenchment and I stayed home for 2 months. And in that 1 year, 3 months, I had bought a new house, a house that was over R1 million. And I had a car, I'm a single parent. But I stayed home for 3 months without working. But I was not tormented, I was not regretful, I wasn't thinking, oh, I wish I can go back to Department of Health. In actual fact, I was unemployed and people were offering me job opportunities. And I was saying to them, no, I'm not taking that job opportunity because I know what I'm worth, I know what I want. And I went for what I wanted. I went for my worth. I went for a company that looked at me and said, we can pay this nurse this much. You guys know I work in the laboratory services field. Who would have thought? You know, my mentor the other day, my mentor is a nurse as well, and she's in the same space as me. She's in public health as well. And she was saying to me, we had a dinner date, and she was saying to me, you know, Zanele, look at us. We were sitting in some restaurant, and she who would have thought that nurses in one day would be playing in the space of laboratory services? You know, like we would be experts. I mean, I'm a consultant in the space of laboratory services. And she was saying, who would have thought that one day nurses would be in this space and we would be doing amazing things in this space? She was saying that, which echoes what Raikane said, that we can enter anywhere and everywhere and be amazing. So ndiyanicela ke kwezi lives ndizihustayo kwi-load shedding ndibe ndihustana nee-lives, let them not be in vain, let them not be for vibes, let them not be for fun. Let us all go back and implement. Have your diaries, guys. I have so many diaries. These ones are the ones I was using last year. I have so many diaries. The two that I'm currently using are in my bedroom now because I'm always writing my thoughts. I write my goals. I write my finances. I write everything down. I make plans for my life. I'm asking you, nurses, to do the same. You know, that thing of, oh, you're so amazing. You're a nurse. What's your background? You're a nurse. People need to stop asking us that. And for them to stop asking us that, it's for us to look alike. It's for all of us as nurses to be amazing. All of us, we need to be amazing to a point where if Mita is excellent, they need to say, are you a nurse? And then she says, no, I'm not a nurse. I'm a microbiologist or whatever. They need to look at all professionals in the health sector. And if they see a professional doing well, they need to ask that professional and say, are you a nurse? People need to know us for our greatness, guys. People really need to know us for our greatness as nurses. And by nurses, I'm not only talking to registered nurses, I'm talking to all categories. Please go and watch Olita's live on YouTube. That lady, if you are an EN and you're saying, I want to leave nursing, go and watch that lady's live. Mandia Mendolala, guys, I have an early morning tomorrow. But I love you so much. Thank you also for being here. I don't take it lightly that you guys spent 2 hours, 30 minutes of your time to listen to us and listen to the speakers that are coming on these lives. I don't take it lightly that you're spending your data to listen to us. I really don't take it lightly. Good night, Sydney. Have a lovely week. Don't forget to plan your life. I'll post a video during the week about where do we do the assessor, moderator, and what? It's assessor, moderator, facilitator certificate. I love you guys. Bye-bye.